and welcome to another episode of Baranov TV, designed to demystify the world of accounts and tax and to help your business grow. I thought, as somebody who's not long started working from home, that it'd be a good opportunity to make sure that everyone understands how the rules for claiming the cost of working from home are worked. The information that's on the Revenue website is misleading for a business owner, and the figures they quote are more actually aimed towards those that work from home as employees on an occasional basis. The true costs should be based on the number of rooms in your house and the proportion that you actually use for business. You should include in your calculations all costs that relate to the house, so things like insurance, rent, and mortgage interest, not the capital repaid, light and heat, and telephone and broadband or internet connection, unless those are in the name of the business already. Some people have lines just for the business. So if you're using your domestic line, then you should include that cost as well. Don't include your council tax because that's a specific exception. You mustn't include that in there. Also, don't claim that any of the rooms in your house are used entirely for business purposes only, because that can affect your principal private residence exemption that you get when you decide to move home, should you choose to do so. But what you don't want to do is actually say that you use a room exclusively and cause yourself a problem for later. Keep your options open. Carefully out of shot. This room is my office, but it's also used for my dressmaking, and there's my sewing machine and my crochet supplies and all those sorts of things, all carefully tucked out of sight. So we practice what we preach as far as that's concerned. What you need to do is add up all the costs that apply for the house, divide by the total number of rooms in the house, and multiply this number by the number of rooms that are used by the business. Then multiply the result by the estimate of business use of that room. So for example, for your dining room, if you have an occasional meeting in there, that might only be 5% of the costs that you would think would be attributable to the business, whereas for the study that you use 95% of the time for business, then you use 95%. Use of home as business for business use isn't that involved a subject, but it is one that can cause you a few problems, as I've tried to outline for you. If you've got any questions and want to ask anything of us, then obviously, as ever, please do get in touch. We're here to help you. Either drop us an email, give us a call, whichever works for you. We'll do our best to give you a very prompt response and shed a little light on whichever area of it is causing some confusion. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you very soon.